Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boys, the 1, 2, 3 count of Wrestling Pod, here to talk to you about everything that's been going on this week in wrestling. But before we start, if you've all have seen on our Twitter and our YouTube, we are doing our first ever giveaway for AEW Dynamite April 17th in Indianapolis, Indiana. All you have to do is go to our Twitter X, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell us who do you want to see at AEW Dynamite. And remember, this is the go-home show to AEW Dynasty. Yes, their pay-per-view on April 21st. So you know they're going to be setting up at least 4 matches.
Yeah, at least 4.
Yeah, you have at least 4 matches to look forward to.
Go to our video that we posted that, of me, doing my thing, being a center of attention like I am, and then comment who do you want to see. And we'll be picking the winner April 2nd live on our Discord when we go ahead and record our podcast. So if you want to hear if you won early, definitely get to our Discord.
Yeah.
Come on now. What you waiting for? Do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing.
True. But today, you will hear us talking about CM Punk, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, possible injuries.
Jack Perry.
Whatever.
Look at that.
And a little bit more. So let's just get into it.
Let's go.
No one cares about Jack Perry.
I care.
We got that we got him out of the way. So
you brought this up first. I'm getting into it.
Thank you.
God damn it. I thought I would never do this. I thought in a million years I will never do this. But I'm siding with Jack Perry on this. This is just absolutely fucking wrong. And I'm sorry for cussing, but this is absolutely wrong. How in the hell you get CM Punk, right, to become unhinged, because he was unhinged in the entire situation, threaten your life or threaten your physical health, and you get mad at Jack Perry. Okay, I'm sorry. For those that don't know, Jack Perry is not out of AEW. He's just not being used. And that is because it is reported by Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, right? I think both of them reported on it. Tony Khan is mad at Jack Perry for losing CM Punk. That is what he's mad at, so he is punishing him by not using him. I think he's still paying him though, right? But he's not using him.
There ain't no word that Jack Perry was let go from AEW.
None whatsoever. So
7 months later, by the way.
Yeah, we are on 7 months. That is more than half a year for him using real glass and said, "Cry me a river," and made a sensitive wrestler so upset to the point where he gets into an altercation, a pushing match. He didn't even really swing on him, a pushing match, and jumped in your face, and then you get mad at Jack Perry for all of that. The match had nothing to do with CM Punk. He came to him with the suggestion that he wanted, "Oh, you shouldn't be on our show," and this, that, and the third. Nick, dude, Punk, Collision is not your show. You were the star of that, I give you that. But it was still Tony Khan's show. Tony Khan wanted Jack Perry on there. You did not have to do everything that you did. But in the midst of all that, I don't blame you for what Tony Khan is doing. And this is the exact reason why AEW is the way that it is. Because you are treating everybody like a fan. And now that you're mad at one of your employees, one of your talent.
Day zero.
Yeah.
At that.
At that. Somebody that helped build you to where you were. Because it ain't even where you are now. Y'all have gone down. But he helped build you. And I was one of the ones that hated him from the beginning. So me saying this is like, nah. He helped build it. He was one of the top tag teams in there. He was one of the top stables before Christian got in there. He did everything that he was supposed to do, and you're mad at him. And you're punishing him because you are a fan of the Crybaby. That don't make sense to me.
We ain't talking about Cody.
No, we're not talking about Cody. We're talking about Pepsi Phil. You were a fan of him, and he cried, and I swear to you, he literally made your company irrelevant by, let me change that. He proved that he was big. No, he proved that he was bigger than the company. And when I mean by he proved that he was bigger than the company, he made himself saying, you know what? I'm about me. Fuck everybody else. The fallout at All Out. That y'all had a classic show at All Out, and y'all had so much going on. But we didn't talk about All Out. We talked about Punk.
Brawl Out.
That he made it about him. Because he's a star. You see the shirt. He's a star. But he shouldn't have been so big that he had that power to just ruin your company like that. And you was going to keep him.
He was.
You literally made a show. It was his show. I know that I said it earlier that it wasn't your show, but you had a mark as an owner. And you made a show just for him. Because you couldn't control your talent. It was heat between your day zeros and, for lack of a better word, an icon. Because he's past legendary. His retirement and everything, his comeback, he proved that he's past legendary. So you couldn't handle that. So you made him another show. A show that you really didn't need. You could have just started making Rampage Live. You didn't need it. But you did that for him, and now you are down in the dumps. Your talent doesn't respect you the way that they used to. You continue to do fan shit instead of business things. And the company that you fought so hard to try not to emulate, you're doing the exact same things that you're doing now. You was at a scramble of getting people and paying them more than what they're worth. And now you have a big roster with a high salary. You are now becoming WCW. Ooh. And now that you see that the talent can run the business instead of the owner, this is literally NWO. It was like NWO. Granted, the Elite has done some things and they helped put wrestling back over again by losing to FTR, by losing to Sting, like getting people over. Them making themselves look like the fools and make it look like they're company people for real. That did help, but that let everything shut. No. Nope.
You've gone on for too long.
You didn't even want to talk about it. You have no say in this. You didn't even want to talk about it.
It's time for somebody else to bring some moves to talk about this. Let's go back to the premise. Jungle Boy.
Hold on.
Okay, my throat hurts.
Yeah, that's because God don't like ugly. Now, anyway. Yes. They just showed, and this is the last thing I'm going to say because I was really interrupted. I could go for another 5 minutes, but I'm going to stop right here. They proved, CM Punk doing everything just proved that if the Elite decided that they wanted to just take control and run over Tony, they could do it. And if you are popular enough, you can do it. It just so happens that he has people that love wrestling more.
True that.
Done?
And
Are you
CM
done?
Punk, that man jumped ship the first chance he got. And you want to defend this man? Oh, Jungle Boy got him fired.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy, the reason he ain't here. Nah, you the reason he ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
You
so
feel for your safety.
You got no balls, man.
let somebody else, talk about this. Let's just go for like number one. Obviously, Jack Perry wasn't fired. They would have announced that a long time ago.
Yeah.
The fact that he is currently in New Japan is actually good for him because AEW has way too many people on the roster to begin with. So if they can go somewhere else to get some work, I'm all for it. Especially going to Japan. I don't know if he's like actually in Japan, or if he's doing New Japan Strong, but I think for the most part he's in Japan.
Yeah, part of the House of Torture.
I'm all for him being in Japan. That's how you learn. It's just going to different places and learning. It's better than him going to ROH, because that's just another version of AEW. He can learn from some great wrestlers out there, and yeah, you should have known like when he tore up the AEW thing, and there was nothing said about it, that he was still signed under contract. TK being mad at him for costing him CM Punk. TK, you cost yourself CM Punk.
Okay.
You from the jump.
No, I'm just happy that we all on the same page about this because I was about to get upset. Like, how do you not see it? All right, go ahead.
He hasn't had control over his roster, period. And it is him loving wrestling to a fault. And the fault is his company. CM Punk, CM Punk coming back was bigger than anything that's ever happened in AEW. Let's be honest.
Yep.
And
the biggest comeback ever.
every time CM Punk was on the show, they pretty much were selling out.
Yeah.
To the point where, yeah, he had his issues with his EVPs, which that's something else that TK
Should have taken care of. Yep.
should have taken care of. But look at Collision now versus where it was when CM Punk was on there. When CM Punk was there, it was doing better than Dynamite. Yeah. And that's with everybody from the Elite on the show. Now, Collision, they don't even do the promos like they do in the entrance in the beginning of Collision anymore. And that was one of the best things that they had. And now Collision has just turned to another Rampage. Adam Copeland,
Rampage on a worst night.
as big as Adam Copeland is, he's not pulling numbers.
Mm-mm.
We're going to talk about Mercedes Moné. The ratings for her for that show, not the greatest. But it's also like you if you know somebody makes money, you're going to want to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
This goes with every sport, like whether it's basketball, football, blah 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 blah. They work with you as long as your talent like shows. And CM Punk's talent showed. Granted, yes, he got injured a lot to the point where he's injured again.
To the point that Drew McIntyre said he hope he stay healthy, so he can actually fight him before he come back. I'm like, all right, McIntyre, different level, man.
Hater here.
But
I'm about to order his shirt. Savior WrestleMania.
I know people like to say that Jack Perry's little touching glass Cry Me a River thing was not about Punk, but come on. They're all petty. And he did that spot. I probably wouldn't have had CM Punk and Samoa Joe be the very next match because they had to walk into it. So when people are doing wrestling shows, they always have like the match that's already in the ring. The next match will be kind of in a gorilla position. Like they'll still be talking about the match or whatever, but they'll be watching the show
Right.
on the monitor. So the fact that he would do that, knowing he knew that CM Punk would be watching, because the way they have a board, and it shows this match, this match, this match, this match. So he knew that CM Punk would be watching, and he still went ahead and done that. Do I blame TK at being still kind of mad at Jack Perry? Yes, because you cost some money, and who knows? They signed an NDA. You don't know how much he had to pay out. But at a certain point, you have to not be mad at mad at the talent if you aren't able to control the talent yourself. So at the end of it all, I know I'm kind of going around in a circle. TK, you're the problem. Jack Perry, you're not a scapegoat. You are just a dumbass.
The goat. Okay, no.
Now I'm looking at you like that. Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Right,
No.
And
jokes.
Jack Perry. Well, seeing that that's Jack Perry's first offense, I don't see him getting fired.
That's a little extreme.
But yeah, that would have been completely to the extreme of him getting fired.
Okay.
I wouldn't have put for him to get fired. Him being suspended, yes. Him, TK saying, "Yo, don't show up to the show for a little bit."
He said awesome. A whole year.
But let's just be honest. With everything that they have right now on Dynamite and just an AEW period, where does Jack Perry fit in anything going on?
Oh,
somewhere they need something.
He could be doing something.
Him going to Japan was best for him.
No. I'm not going to argue that. No.
Yeah.
That's the best decision. You right. Right now they ain't really nothing, but 7 months passed. In between 7 months, they could have found him something. Like, so even if it wasn't, he was still a big name. And not a big name. Let me change that because I don't want to give him more credit than he deserved.
Nah. I heard you now.
but even with that, even with the controversy, if he would have came back on, that would have been something. It would have been intriguing. But my whole thing is, at what point are we blaming Punk in any of this? Because Jack Perry did something that other wrestlers have done for decades. People know that they watching, they done said some smart shit. They done did all this. But shit, we had the whole beef between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. And there was some things being said that the fans didn't know about at all.
Yeah,
and they kept it professional. Yeah, but they kept it professional. How do you not? My thing is, if CM Punk would have stayed, AEW would be, okay, I was about to say worst off. I don't know if it would be worst off, but he would have ran it to the ground. But Tony Khan, how he handled the entire situation, made it to where they are now. The fans don't respect them. The talent don't respect them. If he would have just said, you know what, this whole thing happened, he got in my face, as an owner of this company, as an establishment, there is a level of respect that we got to keep. There's a level of professionalism, and he ain't professional at all. So fuck that guy. He don't want professionalism. He don't need my profession. Get the fuck out of here. If he would have said something like that, it'd have been a different look, and you would have had some control of your talent. You would have had some respect of your fans. You would have had some hatred from your fans, but you would have had respect. They would have hated you, but they would have been like, Yeah, if he got in my face, I probably would have slapped him or something, but he fired him because, he's not a fighter, right? But him sounding scared messed everything up. Jack Perry doing what he's doing is no different than any other wrestlers that did what they did. And this is the second time that somebody has taken liberties that didn't really do anything outside of what they've done and then got relegated back to the opening show, not being around, whatever. We've seen this with Hangman Page. We've seen this with Jack Perry. CM Punk and Tony Khan are the only two commons out of all of that. And it all goes back to Tony Khan. So again, I can't blame Jack for that, and he seemed like the scapegoat. CM Punk wasn't professional. Tony Khan handled everything wrong. That's why Punk's not here.
Yeah.
Because I even said it like this. If Tony Khan would have stood up in that moment and would have fought him and lost or whatever, there would have been a level of respect that CM Punk had for him. Because he's that type of guy. Just like the whole incident that is going on with Booker T and CM Punk. CM Punk and them got into it backstage. I got a theory about that. We'll get into that later. CM Punk got into it backstage with Booker T. You know that Booker T is one of the old school ones. So I'm pretty sure there was yelling, screaming, and fighting. But then after all of that, they're still friends. Because that's the energy that Punk gives. And if he would have handled it differently, Punk probably still would be there. At the very least, Tony Khan would have had respect of the talent, and we wouldn't be seeing the shit that we're seeing now. But CM Punk and Tony Khan is the reasons for this. Jack Perry was the conduit, aka the scapegoat. So I do side with him. Because that's just messed up.
Your fault, Jack Perry. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, I need you to stop it. I need you to stop it.
I'm so sick of go home.
So now everybody jumping on my bandwagon because I was the first. I was the first, maybe the only at the time that I was saying it. I was the only one that hated them for that.
Hey, look, it ain't no Judas. But he probably ain't gonna be using that no more.
Judas too.
Okay. I seen this. Somebody did say that there is a such thing as Jericho fatigue.
What was happening?
Yeah. I think that he does need to take a step back. I think that he actually needs to just go into a manager's role real quick and let some stars get over it. They need to start handing over the reins to these young ones.
Go to the producer.
Yeah.
Produce a match. Like,
he
don't be seen
no
on
more.
TV.
He got to stay with no more.
Like, most people, if you're gone long enough, they will miss you.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Mox needs to go ahead and take a break. Yeah. Not because we don't like him. It's just, one, he deserves a break.
Yes.
Like, he hasn't been able to take a break since they tried to say, since he was in rehab.
I was like, man, been on calls for 4 years now.
Yeah. And that rehab was like a 2-week thing.
Something
maybe like a month, maybe.
Maybe.
And like, yeah, just leave for a little bit, a long bit, 6 months, 5 months, 4 at the least.
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, and just produce matches, help train some of the younger guys. Because I don't know if we talked about this last week, but most of the people that are being shown on AEW are former WWE guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Like a good 90%.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a little bit of an argument with that because, they're WWE. A lot of them were NXT and a lot of them weren't like real big stars, or when they got to the main stage, they weren't real big stars, or they were stars before WWE. Like Samoa Joe was everywhere before WWE.
Samoa Joe is the kind of the
outlier.
The outlier.
Okay, so let's go through the names. Let's go.
The only Samoa Joe, I would say, was the outlier. Christian Cage, I would consider an outlier.
I would consider Christian Cage as a WWE star.
Well,
Edge and Christian, that whole thing, that the Brood Gangrel, he didn't get his stardom until that.
yeah, but the only reason why I see Christian Cage as kind of an outlier because no one saw him as like the main event guy.
Okay,
So he went to TNA.
So if we doing that,
That's true.
then yeah, I still stick by it. By Saraya being the only one that has really been a star on the main stage on WWE. Toni Storm,
she never really got her footing on the main roster. Like,
yep.
She maybe had 2 matches and then she asked for her release.
Okay.
So I would. She's called Storm, pun intended.
Yeah, but let's see who else is that. Okay, we can't say Julia Hart. We can't say Sky Blue. Who is another one? I'm trying to think of a name.
Soho. She was on like actual WWE TV. She wasn't NXT. She was in NXT, but she was on WWE TV. So she is one of those, I would say, products of the WWE.
Really? Hold on. Wait. No, because I'm really just asking Chris because I'm not familiar with the NXT, but she got to the main stage, right, Chris?
Right.
How was she on the main stage?
I mean, they gave her a stable.
Yeah.
Okay. So they put her on the stable. How was she on the main stage? Because they gave Swerve a stable.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I forget who also came in with Ruby. Because I know it was Ruby, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan is Valhalla. And
With the Viking experience or whatever.
Viking Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, Viking Raiders.
So if they would have those 3 together, they were kind of more of the job squad.
Yeah.
Because they had because at the time, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bailey.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I got that. But what I'm saying to you is the point
Naomi.
of, so just like with Christian Cage, they didn't really see her as a star.
Yeah.
So it's becoming less of an outlier than more than the common theme that a lot of these people weren't seen as stars when they were in WWE. And then, or if they were stars, a lot of times they were stars in WCW or TNA before they came to AEW. Like, I would say Chris Jericho, even though he was my favorite in WCW, I say that he wasn't a star. I would give him that.
Mm-hmm.
He was growing in his stardom. He had popularity, but it wasn't until Y2J when he became the star. And it took him a minute for that. Right? But if we go ahead. I'll let you go.
Moxley.
Yeah.
Danielson,
yeah.
Okay.
Adam Copeland, Cesaro, even though everybody knew Cesaro was a star. It was just
they didn't see him as that. He couldn't get past that. And that's like,
and it's just because he couldn't talk.
But that's just like, but even with that, swear we done seen Andre the Giant as a star, and he could barely talk. but some of these people,
you know, really like this big meaty man.
And Claudio was a big meaty man.
Not as big as Andre.
No, not as big. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying to you is that a lot of these people, for one reason or another, even though I wouldn't call Claudio saying that he was not a WWE product, he is a WWE product. But but he's been there for like what, 8 years, 9 years? Cesaro.
WWE?
Yeah.
Damn near 10.
Damn near 10.
That's not more.
Swerve was on the main stage, what, 2 years?
No, he never made it to
No, he got to the main stage and then they let him go. They got drafted.
Oh, he was only there for, I don't even think he had a match.
No, he didn't. They let him go. They signed Hit Row and then they drafted him to SmackDown, if memory serves me correctly, and they just dismantled him. Right? So Ruby Soho was probably there, what, 2 years? If you haven't been there for like 5 years on the main stage, I'm not calling you a WWE product.
But
And
they had people like Adam Cole,
I was about to say Cody.
Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Hell, even not Taven, Canellis. He was
he was
there.
on the main roster for a little bit.
okay, and most of those, okay, I will give you them because they are the thrones of, they're the Mount Rushmore, or they're the pillars of TNA. I mean NXT. My fault. I will give you that because they were there for like 5-6 years up under there. They had opportunities to go to the main roster and still chose to stay. Well, Triple H fought to keep them there.
Yeah, they didn't want to go up there.
Yeah, so I can give you them. But we had the hardcore fans would know who these people are. The casual fans definitely wasn't watching NXT, so to them, they're still like, who are these guys? It's kind of like the people that were in Ring of Honor that when they came to AEW, they was like, who is this guy? It's like Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is a fucking superstar around the world. When AEW came in, the hardcore fans knew who he was, but the casuals didn't know. The old school fans didn't know. Like some of the old school fans know Okada. They know Minoru Suzuki. They know some of these people because they were old school hardcore fans. But Will Ospreay slipped under them because for a minute they stepped out of wrestling. And then when they got back into it, it was just AEW because it felt like old wrestling. So
Right.
they are showing a lot of people, but a lot of these stars, I would probably say that it's more closer to about 49, 51 being WWE products. But I'm being generous with that because I think that a lot of these people got their stardom, or granted, a lot of them did get their skills from WWE, but that star power that they're garnering is organically grown in AEW or somewhere outside of AEW to get here. Because I seen the list where it said most of the roster is old WWE fans and old WWE stars, and I'm looking at Paul White. I'm like, that's WCW. I'm seeing Taz. It's like, okay, a lot of these wrestlers was someplace else before they got there. So yeah, I saw that. But yeah, these guys is yeah.
So I'm looking at the current roster,
Mm-hmm.
and granted, I don't know. I quit counting like how many people I've gone through, but I'm currently at 35, 36 that have been 37 that have been on WWE, like TV, whether it's NXT or the main roster.
I mean, but Queen Aminetta was on WWE.
Which was it?
Yeah, she was on NXT at one point. Like she was there for a brief second, but she was on there. So if we're counting like, let me stop just going to that. The way that you're counting is like just mainstays, right? People that has been there for a minute. 36. That is a lot for a 200 roster. How many people are on That's crazy. I'm shutting up because it is crazy that there's 36 WWE stars, but from what I remember, there was over 100 on the roster, but I couldn't tell you who else is on there. Like, we can say Julia Hart, we can say Chris Statlander, we can say Jamie Hayter is on the list. We haven't seen Anthony Ogogo in 2 years.
He needs to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah. Pac just came back. Ray Phoenix is still injured.
Pac was in WWE.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Pac was in WWE. Neville. Yeah. But Scorpio Sky. Where is he at?
I'm thinking about Scorpio Sky, bro. Like, where is my man?
Didn't Christopher Daniels wrestle recently?
Yes.
So where was he for the last 3 years?
Ain't he the head of talent relations?
Yeah.
Yes.
They can throw him in the story, bro.
But where has he been in the last 3 years? Nobody cares about fucking QT Marshall. And
Did he
who
leave?
QT?
Well, his contract came up.
He works for the company, but not as an active wrestler anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. I just thought about something. Cody Rhodes is a dick.
Well, I guess we're going to Cody Rhodes now.
Yeah, I'm
Cody Rhodes a dick.
Okay. I just thought about it. AEW started in 2019 with like the biggest match was Cody versus Dustin. Right? That was their biggest match. Dustin was getting ready to retire. This nigga said, "No, I want to do this with you." And then he leaves him.
Yeah, leave him. Yeah, he going to WrestleMania now, main event. 2 times.
That was crazy for me. I was like,
I said, I want Dustin at Mania now.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
That is crazy that he did that. That was a dick move. Come on, man. I can't do this without you. But you about to do it without me. Like
that's just what these road boys do.
But yeah, Cody is a dick. And for that reason alone, I don't want him to win.
Yo, chill. It's not that deep.
Okay.
Not that deep.
No, we continue. All right. So Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania, him and this Rock thing is brewing. Rock got LDS, Little Dick Syndrome. First time I heard it. Must be a white Turner phrase. Yeah. He cried the week before that. Everything is telling me that he's not winning. All of the tropes is telling me that he is not going to win. But I really don't have much to say. I'm just enjoying the ride with this. No.
Yeah.
Spring a little bit. Spring a little bit of Drew in there too. It's just been amazing.
Drew is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
He better win.
Yeah.
Seth cool and all, but I think Seth did enough. He carried the title long enough. Carried the brand long enough.
Yeah.
I think they setting up Drew versus Punk. That should be.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
I said how there's like over 30 people that were in.
We done moved
WWE
on, man. We done moved on.
70 something people. A little over 80.
Yeah, they had to come from somewhere. Come on now.
That's just AEW like originals.
You see, and that's okay. Let's get back into this real quick. If I was in TNA when this was happening, TNA was doing their good run. They were getting a lot of the morale was high, and TNA starting in 2019, 2020, that a lot of people just decided that they weren't going to go to AEW. And Tony didn't really want to poach from AEW from TNA, because he wanted to develop a working relationship with them. Just like the same thing with New Japan. Just like the same thing with Ring of Honor before he bought them. There was all these things that were going on to where wrestlers didn't have to pick a side. They could stay where they are. So, and with that going on, we also had a whole bunch of shit going on with Vince and how morale was so low. So with them acquiring a roster, where do you think they were going to acquire the roster from?
Indies.
They did a lot of indies, but they still got to bring in people that's going to draw money. Same reason why they did let Chris Jericho win the championship. and that worked beautifully. The same reason why they brought in Punk, which worked beautifully. But WWE morale was so low that there were people that had been requesting for years to get out of their contract, Mustafa Ali. And then they just kept letting people go while they're being profitable. So you just had a whole bunch of wrestlers that people were already fans of that had no place to go. And some of them didn't stay in some of them didn't go to AEW. Some went to other places, but that was cool because AEW made it to where you didn't have to be in AEW. But that shot them in the foot because now everybody didn't have to be in AEW. And if you got a company that where, you don't have to be, this is probably the best place to work. They just get a lot of people and then they acquire entirely too many people. That would have worked if they had the right people in place, because there's no reason that Miro is still not around like that.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Andrade to have the issues that he had, especially with an incredible lucha presence that they had. So that's honestly the real thing, but yeah, that's Tony. That's on Tony.
But now we're off of AEW and we're going back to WWE
again. Yeah.
We've had a lot of issues with you guys saying, I was going to say CM Punk, saying Cody Rhodes isn't going to finish the story at WrestleMania, or at least Audie.
Yeah.
Hey,
He
Punk ain't finished the story
is.
either. Sorry. Said Punk ain't finished the story either, thanks to Drew. So good.
But we've had a lot of good promos from Cody, past few weeks. To the point where The Rock has to cut promos on live TV and on Twitter, Instagram, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Which has caused a tad. It's
No.
about to have the hiccups. A tad bit of frustration.
Yeah. Okay. So a little tip for hiccups. If you want to stop having hiccups, you have to remind yourself that you're not a fish. You gotta say that. Like in your head, what? I am not a fish. I swear to you.
I'm not a squirrel.
No. I am 100% serious. It's been tested by several different people. And it actually works. When you get the hiccups, just think to yourself, I am not a fish. I am not a fish. And I don't know why it works. There's a theory behind why it works, but it works.
All right. I remember this.
Yeah.
Write this
Luckily, I only had one hiccup, so we're great, guys.
Start.
Shut up.
Oh, look, he almost had another one.
No, that was young.
All right,
but
go ahead.
We've had a lot of people upset with The Rock because of the way that he's been cutting promos. Usually, if people are cutting promos, they're not allowed to curse, use any type of weird profane languages. But seeing that The Rock is a partial owner of TKO, he's been able to take a little bit of liberties. And even on social media, they're not allowed to use profanity. But The Rock has just been throwing F-bombs, S-bombs, and all the bombs. And it's a little bit of frustration with the main roster. So how do you guys feel about that?
I'm gonna let you go first, Chris.
I was like, he definitely about to turn this to another promo. Calling us crybabies. Or calling their roster crybabies. They ain't cool to crybabies. They just crybabies, period. I don't know.
He's gonna
abuse of power.
Yeah. Yeah. As
the boss, that's what I want.
Oh, finish saying what you're saying. I was about to jump in, but finish saying what you're saying.
Oh, no, I was saying he said he gonna say he the boss, he can do what he want.
Okay. All right. The Rock is The Rock. Let's get this straight. Even when he was on the roster, he was able to take liberties. Very few wrestlers are able to take liberties. A lot of people have done this, even in the PG era. there's been a lot of people saying stuff that they're technically not supposed to say.
Cena.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing it now. We wouldn't in the PG era. We're not supposed to hear little dick syndrome, but
Oh,
that's what Cody can get away with. He can say it. He's been encouraged to say it now. The entire goal of making it the PG era was to market and sell to the kids, so you had to be clean and everything. I think.
Well, no, they just sent a memo. Nick Khan just sent out a memo about their language and stuff
Okay.
off the backs of like, AEW throwing out shit and stuff all the time.
Okay, was that when you said just sent out a memo? How recent?
I don't know exactly when it was, but I was listening to Alvarez and Meltzer, and they were talking about it.
Yeah, because we got 3 different things that's going on. First, we got the pre Vince firing. We got the pre Vince retiring, pre TKO acquisition, then the pre Vince firing. So if it was done in any of those times, I could understand it. But if it was done like last week, I'm like, this is not really making much sense, because if you sent that within the last week, Cody did this what? Friday? Monday.
Monday,
Yeah, so it don't make sense. But yeah, it really depends. And if you can see that, then okay. But if it is, if he wasn't wrestling, he wouldn't be bound by those type of contracts. He can say whatever the hell he wants. But even Vince kept it once he was if he's in the show, if he's in the promos, if he's in all that. I mean, Vince still did a lot of what he did, but he tried to keep it as PG as Vince think PG is. Yeah, because what's up, my nigga? It was out there, right? But for the most part, you didn't hear him go past son of a bitch or damn. Cause so even with it being The Rock, you still gotta maintain unless there's a change coming. You turn this to TV 14 or whatever, because now you're seeing that a lot of your 18 to 30 demographics is coming back to wrestling. All right. I can see you changing it, because those are the people that are actually spending money. You can get parents to spend their money on kids, but if the parents are spending money on themselves, we're gluttonous. We'll go and buy everything, especially if we don't have kids. Nigga, I could buy my own wrestling belt.
One day.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
one day, but no daytime soon.
Right, with kids, but with the adults, you like, I'm gonna make this wrestling belt, and I'm gonna have whoever I'm dealing with fight me for this.
And again,
every time,
me and Bree have talked about for our reception us coming out with custom belts. So,
yeah, that works. But yeah,
I'm wearing a ref outfit underneath at the wedding, just in case.
So, CT, what do you think about all of this?
I can see where people are getting frustrated. Hell, The Rock and Roman Reigns take 20 minutes just to come out. And then they just put on super long promos. So I can see them being frustrated just for that. It's like, yo, if we're on a Monday night, I get that. That's 3 hours. But SmackDown is 2. So you're taking time away from amazing wrestlers who this is the final leg to WrestleMania, who they want to showcase what they have so they can get on the show. Yes, there are 2 shows, but there's still a small amount of spots.
Okay.
So
Stories to be told.
the fact that
Unless they go to AEW route, they can do 30 matches in one night. They can do another 30 in the second night, and everybody can be happy.
no, no one's going to be happy about that. Not the wrestlers,
want to sleep,
not the fans,
I just want to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
not the city. Nobody.
Yeah, the city, yeah.
Nobody wants those fireworks going off at 3 a.m. because
On a
of,
Sunday night, going into Monday.
People got to work.
Yeah, let Tony get an arena show. It's happening at 3.
But
Mhm.
yeah, it's very hit or miss because The Rock is entertaining, but he kind of does the same promo over. Like I'm not not the same promo like week to week, but like you'll get the clean-ish version on TV, and then you'll get the rated R version on the internet. So I get it. He's trying to push the show. He's trying to promote it, but if you're just gonna let him do stuff, oh God, sorry everybody, slightly tired. Then cut their stuff down on live shows.
That's what I was about to say. Because The Rock is probably going to see more. He's going to probably get more fan interactions on his Instagram than he would on WWE. So he can go and say whatever the fuck he wants. But that show he shouldn't be taking over it like that. Or you should be, if you are going to spend 20 minutes doing stuff, I would say condense it down to 15. That's one thing, but also condense it down to different types of promos. It don't have to just be you coming to the ring. You could be doing like backstage camera antics and stuff like that to just get your point across, which makes it more entertaining. You can include more into it. And if you wanted to be a heel, you can definitely get a couple of baby faces or jobbers that people love and beat them up in the back. I mean, those are always funny moments. I mean, Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music, and everybody that he came across. Yeah, those were great moments. But yeah, I don't think that, and I love The Rock. I love The Rock. I actually thought about taking up for him in this, but yeah, you need to cut that down. Even if you clean up your promos on Instagram, do that shit. Take 30 minutes on your live. Don't do it on the show because it changes the pace of the show.
But changing the subject now, unless Chris, you have something to say about it.
Nope. Mama Rose gonna get him.
Last Wednesday, we had some big business.
Big business.
Mercedes Moné made her debut in AEW. She told Willow they have some unfinished business.
When she said that, I was like, wait, what? When they fight? I forgot. The whole reason
That's the reason why
injured.
Willow got her big push.
Yeah.
So I think her first match is going to be her and Willow versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I wish it will be a good showing for her. Kind of wish they would do something different with Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Willow, and Statty Daddy. They've been kind of intertwined for too long. So definitely.
Statty
Well, then again, there's only there's Mariah May, Tony Storm, Donna Palazzo, Willow, Statty, Julia, and Sky Blue. Those are the 7 women that are every show that they see. But they're always wrestling each other.
Yeah.
Rico
And then,
been back for a little bit.
Bring Queen Amanada back.
mm-hmm.
Let her get some shine. We love her.
Kira
The number one queen in AEW. Definitely bring Kiera Hogan back. I know Queen Amanada and Red Velvet are going to be fighting for the ROH Women's Television title. So, bringing more titles that don't necessarily need to be there. But, I mean, for the women's division,
it works.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
catch more of a pass.
Yeah. Where the hell is Serena Deeb?
She is doing matches on Collision, and she's basically called out every woman on the division and said, if you want some, come get some. Come to the dojo Deeb.
What is the name of that?
Abaddon? Who knows what she's done?
Abaddon should be getting some more time, honestly. And I know that her little, not little, but her gimmick of her being undead kind of doesn't work. But they can move her to the House of Black. It'd be a simple fix there. Moving her to the House of Black would definitely work.
Yeah, but you got Sky Bluesies and Julia Hartsies.
Dark Blue Sky.
Yeah, Dark Blue Sky. I'm not gonna lie, her and Julia Hart together.
Yeah. No, but even with that, I can see why does it have to be like 6 guys and 1 girl? Why can't it just be like, all right, you all got 4 guys and 3 girls, and these 3 girls is kicking ass right now, which will force somebody like
They kind of did that with the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah,
kind of for a little bit.
Tay Mello and Anna Jay.
Yeah,
Anna Jay, like she should be doing more. What is the name of that Latina? She always have the Muerta face paint.
Oh, Thunder
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. I knew it was Rosa.
She gonna be on
Thunder Rosa
tomorrow.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa and Palazzo versus Mariah May and Tony Storm.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But they do need to bring up their women a lot more because there's a lot more women around to just do things.
I think they have Lady Frost under their roster too.
Yeah.
And Lady Frost is fucking good.
But they really do. Oh, speaking of women wrestlers, and I'm sorry, I gotta bring this up. Shayna Baszler is doing an independent show.
GCW. Bloodsport, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Bloodsport.
She's on Bloodsport.
Oh, here you go. the theory crafters. Here we go.
Before we do this, let's take the Mercedes Moné real quick.
Yeah, let's go back to Mercedes.
She debuted at the top of the show, and then I guess ratings kind of plummeted, but then she showed up at the end. I honestly think that if they're going to do a debut like that, they need to be like, hey, this person is signed. This person's going to show up here. You don't need it to be a surprise like CM Punk, because CM Punk is an outlier.
That was the worst kept surprise ever.
But it's still like, it worked. But now they're trying to do it too much, and the wells run dry. I can't wait. That being said, I can't wait to see what Sasha Banks brings to the AEW Women's Locker Room. Who? Mercedes Moné.
There you go.
They showed up.
Sorry. It's same thing with Bryan Danielson. I've known him from by one name for way too long. I'm going to have a slip up every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see what the CEO has in store for the AEW Women's Locker Room.
Yeah, she took Tony's whole job. It's already over. CM Punk couldn't do it. Mercedes gonna do it though.
And at that, Shayna Baszler is going to be doing a GCW Bloodsport. This has been in the works for a few years. That's what's being reported from
nice.
Brian Alvarez in there. And like usually they would just nix it, but now that that dirty old man is gone, they're kind of allowing some of their superstars the ability to travel to certain events.
Look, all I need to see is DPW next. And I'm
Like you'll never see them.
getting Chris Danger versus Xavier Woods.
Let's just make this clear. You'll never see anybody from AEW working with a WWE person.
Cap.
Oh yeah.
Cap. It's happening. I've been.
You'll never see anybody from the WWE.
Hold on, nope. Let me stop you. Because I said, if this was going to happen, would you be willing to admit it? You said, yes, I would, because it was never going to happen. So I need you to stop. You need to say that there is a possibility because this happened, because everything else was just an outlier. Everything else was just a one-off.
But this is WrestleMania weekend.
So?
It's a SummerSlam weekend. It's the Royal Rumble weekend.
I need it to be consistent. If they do it, if one of the WWE superstars does some type of indie wrestling event at SummerSlam, I will concede.
Oh, you see he's moving the goalpost, right? You see he's moving the goalpost.
A fair point.
I put this on my relationship with my girlfriend.
Don't do that.
And I love her so much.
Don't do that.
I will concede.
Okay. So he will concede when Ricochet is doing a match with somebody from I don't know, AAA, right? Or New Japan or shit. They'll bring somebody in from TNA to do a wrestling match with a WWE star on Imagine Wrestling during SummerSlam weekend. You're gonna be like, all right, this is happening.
It's give me Jordan Grace versus Naomi again.
Cause
sorry.
yeah, I've seen that. This is Drew McIntyre with
I don't know
Carmelo
if
Hayes. Punk with Trick.
No. And then did y'all see the swerve with I think it was Carmelo?
Yeah, he was with Carmelo.
Who said two kings could be together? I'm telling you. And then Matt Hardy was at, what was it? Was it Raw? Matt Hardy was at Raw. Michael Cole made reference to the Hardy Boys. Like, shit's happening.
Well, that's because...
Oh, yeah. I see somebody mention that they want the Hardys like one of the final two spots in that ladder match at Mania. I was like, it ain't no way if that happened, bro.
So Matt Hardy, I don't know where they were, but Matt Hardy's contract is almost up. So that's not why he was there.
Mm-mm.
But the reason why they brought up Matt Hardy and Jeff is because of the Usos fighting each other. And that's the only three
brother versus
brother match. And I think they said at WrestleMania, or it could have just been in general.
Okay, so wait a minute. So they can wipe out Chris Jericho being the undisputed champion, the first undisputed champion, wipe out all of these historical moments where Dean Ambrose ain't around, they cutting around him on videos and stuff, but they gonna mention Matt Hardy. They gonna mention the Hardy Boys because Jeff is still up under contract. His contract.
I mean, they own the name Hardy Boys.
Okay.
So they can still mention the Hardy Boys. They just can't say the Hardy.
Okay. I'll concede to that one.
It's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
Even going with the whole conspiracy, like Bailey and Naomi I think Tamina
Mm-hmm.
were at
Yeah,
AEW last week.
and then some stupid Mark was like, "They need to be fired. I don't care about people being friends. I should." I'm like,
Man,
man,
shut the fuck
You gonna
up.
you
They've
gonna
been
fire
doing
the
this for
Royal
the
Rumble winner for this year? What are you crazy?
just because she was sitting in the nosebleeds from the
shit.
looks of it,
Mm-hmm.
supporting her friend. Are you are you stupid or are you dumb?
And how many times have we heard about other wrestlers, AEW wrestlers being at WWE shows and WWE wrestlers being at AEW shows? That
There
is,
was a whole thing of Ricky Starks.
yeah. But even before that, it was who was there? They called a video of Britt Baker at an NXT event. Then they
Yeah, when
said,
Adam Cole was still there.
yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
then
they showed her on camera.
they
He was
called
in
a
the main
video
event.
of her in there. That was crazy. But no, but there's been other wrestlers that's heavily in WWE still, and they go to WWE event. I mean, AEW events, whatever. But you got to understand that these people are friends. They are in the same circle. They hang around each other. A lot of them lived in Florida. Like they live together, and it ain't changing that. And there's nothing that says that they can't go like that. So
Yeah, the only thing is you just can't be seen on TV.
yeah, and they even been loose on that. So yeah, that's I honestly, and I'm not one of these guys to always say this, but that does sound kind of like sexist, misogynist
Documentary.
shit.
Yep.
Cause yeah, so fuck
Uh,
that guy.
but on to some sadder news. I just want to say, get well, Raquel Rodriguez.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, she's been put basically on the IR list.
Ugh.
We don't know if it's because of like an actual injury or I forget what they said she had, like mace or mesa or something like that. It's a weird disease. But I wish her good luck and good healing, and also to the Empress of Tomorrow, Oscar. I was going to say Oscar. Oscar. She supposedly hurt her leg sometime over the weekend, maybe Friday. I wish her well as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, you know, I don't want to say it's the curse, but those
Yeah.
women tag team titles. But the
Are
only
you
good thing,
right? Oh, the damn titles again, bro. I don't
Mm-hmm.
the
know.
only good thing about that situation is that you can always switch. You don't have to relinquish the titles.
Oh yeah, they can do the Freebird move.
Yeah, and just have Dakota Kai
Yeah,
take over.
and Kyrie. Yeah.
So wish both of them healing. And I don't know what else to talk about. What else y'all
Uh,
want to talk
I,
about?
I do want to bring up prayers up for Angelo Dawkins.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just some oh man, sad stuff. Prayers up for
Um,
him and his family.
Yeah.
oh, and WrestleMania weekend is going to be starting off on a very sad note as well, because I want to say April 1st, they're
Yep.
doing the Bray Wyatt documentary. I saw the trailer for it and I just like, damn,
I don't know if I can watch it.
I I I
damn.
I couldn't even watch the trailer. And then
Yeah.
people was hopping on and showing the alternate fiend outfit, and I'm like, I don't want to see none of this. Yeah, that's yeah. I want to watch it, but I don't think that I can. That hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Read
Oh,
about the Undertaker too. Just,
I I got 2K24 or WWE 2K24.
ooh.
I've been playing the My Rise mode. It's been pretty fun. I think I'm slow because I just finished Spider-Man like last week that I need to take a break from playing the PS4 or PS5 because I'm starting to get tired of the same old things. But the game is fun nonetheless. So if you haven't picked up 2K24, definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
have
right.
to go ahead and get it now. Dang.
Yeah.
But I also just bought Helldivers, so
Oh, you crazy. Woo, hate that game with a passion.
cool.
But it's so fun. It's so stupid.
One of the my girlfriend's friends is like, "You got a PS5, right? Get Helldiver." I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get Helldivers. So
Okay.
if you're
So
playing Helldiver, hit me up on my tag. It's King_X_Negus on PlayStation 5 and help me out with Helldiver because I'm gonna probably start playing it tomorrow.
okay.
Oh, that's a
So
good stream game. Just so you know.
what we gotta do, and I'll walk you through it because you got to get your OBS set up. Your 2Ks you can play live on your stream and everything, and that'd be cool. And your Helldivers, we can set you up on your own channel, so you can start doing that, and hopefully, financial success come with that, and you just step away.
Just, yeah, I
Mm,
love stepping away.
yeah, I got
Let's see if there's
I got to
anything
get back
else.
into all of this because I realize that I can't. There's always something, and
Always.
yeah, and regular work just bores me. No, but
Oh, I have one last thing. Darby Allin broke his foot in
Yeah.
his match with Switchblade.
No
So,
climbing Mount Everest this year.
yep, he's done with that.
Somebody said God intervened.
yeah, so he gonna be out for a
So,
minute.
Oh, yeah.
yep. So I wish him some healing and positivity.
People are crazy enough still try to do it. I think he said he's gonna wait till
Yeah,
another
he
time.
said he's going to wait till next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, nope, that's all I have.
Oh, one other thing, I saw a picture of Darby and Sting sitting together, and it had you know how young Sting looks. Like when he takes off the makeup, he still look young, and then
Mhm.
the stress in Darby's face it just makes him look older or
Be
whatever.
older.
So they was like, you're seeing a 65-year-old icon sitting next to his little bro Sting. I was like, wow, that is so wrong, but I'm gonna put that in the group chat. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything else. But again, for those that are here, we are doing a giveaway for AEW Dynamite, their go home show before Dynasty.
Yep.
So you have to make sure that you gotta like our socials. That is X, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And then also I'm gonna make sure that it's in the description that you can join our Discord. So what was it? April 2nd. We are going to be live and you get to hear who wins. Also, you have to make sure that you put in the comments on our YouTube channel. You can put it on Twitter too to make sure that we see you. But come on to YouTube and tell us who do you want to see at that go home show. All right.
And if you're confused on what video it is, I've pinned it to the very top of our Twitter X page. So as soon as you go into our profile, you'll see that video and you can leave a comment under there as well.
Yeah. So there you go. And then for extra bonus points, if you hashtag Statty, you'll be in there. You'll be in the VIP if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But oh, I got one more thing. And I'm gonna keep this one quick. because this really has nothing to do with anything other than my conspiracy theorist mind. CM Punk is about to be out of AEW within the next 2 years, and it is really because of his actions.
What are you talking about? He's already out of AEW.
My fault. Out of WWE within the next 2 years, and it's because of his actions. Thank you for that correction. Booker T on his show said that at a previous NXT event, CM Punk was in the back and they got into a little altercation. He since then has came back and said that he was hamming it up for entertainment, but knowing that Booker T is part of the machine, because y'all heard me say this a couple of times, that paycheck says WWE, they gotta protect their investment right now. So they can't have him looking bad for several different reasons. One, because I know they paid him a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Two, y'all want to make AEW look like they just didn't know how to handle them. And three, y'all paid them a lot of money. No, that is something like you don't want to lose out on that investment soon. So you don't want to have him looking any type of bad while this is going on, because you don't want people to say, see, it wasn't AEW, it was this, that, and the third. Even though I believe that they're going to be working together in the near future, probably within the next 2 years when CM Punk is out of here.
When he gone.
yeah. But you still can't make that type of investment in somebody that was proven to be bad in your promotion, turned around to be bad. Well, I won't say bad in your promotion, to have problems in your promotion, turn around to have problems in this promotion, and then you give them a second chance and it looks like nothing's changed. You can't have that look on you. So you got to make it sound like, it wasn't that bad. CM Punk is just, this, that, and the third. I'm just hamming it up. Even though he was like, no, y'all take it. Y'all gonna run with it. Taking it, run with it. I'm saying it. This is what he said at first. This is what happened. Me and him got into it. And y'all I know that y'all want to try to say all of this. And yeah, y'all can say it. I'm saying it here. Then he's like, no, man, y'all don't need to be doing all that. I was just hamming it up for entertainment. Y'all don't need to be running with the news like that. Like, no, it can't be both. You can't be like, yeah, tell them and then get upset at us saying what you told us to say, And that was telling to me like, oh, it was something serious. They probably cooler heads prevailed in that, and they probably worked it out because
situation prevailed.
Yeah, you gotta
knock this shit off. That's strike one, Phil. What more you out of here?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be 3. No. You only get 2.
Not with you.
Yeah,
that's strike one. Drew was right.
But yeah, no, but I'm gonna be watching closely on the CM Punk thing because I love to hate him.
Oh yeah, he on Raw Monday.
Yeah,
in Chicago. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Then the Rock is on Raw the week after.
That's what's up. What I was about to say last thing, that was the last thing, but what's going on with Jade? Because, god damn it.
She said she ain't wrestling. She make way too much money. Nah, who knows? They don't want to put her out there and her look like an amateur, so she's just been trained.
That's cool. I'm just really excited to see her because, man,
I think she'll have a match at SummerSlam for sure.
I can see that.
She's gonna be at the Rumble. She showed up at the Rumble. I think she'll have like her first match at SummerSlam.
I don't want her first match to be at SummerSlam. I would want it to be at a smaller event for the simple fact that
at Monday Night Raw, June 24th.
Did you? Is that when they be in there? Yeah, no. You can't have all of it. You can't have all of it.
I said that's oddly specific.
Yeah, no. I need them to be at the Dickies Sporting Arena here in Fort Worth so I can go. Tony, make that happen.
Speaking of you guys going to wrestling shows, y'all need to start going to some indie wrestling events. Jerk off.
First of all, let's get some things straight. I'm broke. I don't have a car right now, so making it to events in this big ass state is just hard. So,
and what's your excuse, Chris?
Looking for something now.
But no, I've been looking and I've been trying. So yeah, give me 1 second.
I mean, if
that's in California, I'm supposed to get there.
I mean, SummerSlam is now in Cleveland. I don't know when tickets go on sale.
I'm so mad I didn't go.
All right.
Year, dude.
Let me get my headphones back on. And
I was supposed to be in Vegas. I should have just went to SummerSlam.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We did it, people. We did it, people. Another episode is in the books.
Bang, 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 bang.
All right. If nobody told you that they love you today, I love you. Nobody said that you're awesome. We think that you're awesome. Thank y'all for watching this, sitting, and just staying with us as we go through our ADHD rants. Know that everything that happens is only temporary, and it's really just used as a lesson for you to be better. That's the good and the bad. So you take bads as lessons, and you take the good and hold it in as memories into why you do the good things that you do. You just need to make sure that with everything that's going on, you need to just move forward, push, because again, it is temporary. But until next time, I really do need y'all to do what it is that y'all love doing, and that is watching, playing 2K24 on your PS5, even though you getting tired and you still bought Helldivers. I was just about to ask you if you was really tired, could you just mail that my way so I can get a little bit of playing time? But it's cool. Doing listening to podcasts, watching Raw, watching AEW, doing anything that has anything or everything that has anything to do with everything about wrestling. Until next time, peace. Love you.
Also, SmackDown is going to be in Detroit April 12th.
Okay, I gotta go and look and see where
SmackDown after Mania. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yes, that's SmackDown directly after Mania.
Yeah, you need to try to make. What is it, Chico?
Yeah, Chico. We need your help.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta look and see what events is there. But until next time, peace.
Peace.